We live in an incredibly visual age. There are videos and photographs everywhere. We can all snap away on our phones. But the thing about radio is it's extraordinarily intimate. It is as if you're speaking to one person. You can have a conversation on air and forget that anybody else is listening. And I think that intimacy often brings out people's personalities, brings out stories in a way that no other medium does. I really love the intimacy of radio. I think it's something unique and very, very special. The British Asian Trust was founded by the then Prince of Wales, who of course is our king now, back in 2007. It does an extraordinary amount of work tackling inequality, poverty, issues around education and women's rights across South Asia. It's a fantastic organisation that also looks very hard for partnerships, both with business and with local organisations, in order to root itself in the places where it does its work. And it's just a very exciting place to spend time because the people there are really enthusiastic, and seeing the results of the kind of work they do on the ground is really heartening, and you know that people's lives are being changed. The Real Story on the World Service was a fantastic opportunity to explore issues in detail, and it really played to something that I think is so important. We often read headlines, we read stories, but we don't think nearly enough about why things happen or what the consequences of events might be. And the thing that we were able to do on The Real Story is really get beneath the headlines, get behind the story. So to give you an example, if you think about the endless conversations about the possibilities of China invading Taiwan, on The Real Story we looked at the size and the scale of the navy that China has built up. How would, practically speaking, an invasion of Taiwan take place? Or if you think about cryptocurrencies and the trial now of Sam Bankman-Fried, we were able to investigate cryptocurrencies. Who was it who thought that cryptocurrencies was a good thing? Well, people perhaps in countries where they didn't trust the banking system, they saw this as an alternative, a way to get past their government. And clearly there were always concerns about fraud and corruption within the system. But there are ideas and issues which perhaps don't get the kind of explanation and in forensic investigation that lots of people want to know, want to understand. And it was a real opportunity to do that. Economics affects everybody, but it's complicated because it's abstract. It's about ideas that don't necessarily relate to our lives. And yet, if you've got a mortgage, if you've got debt, if you've got savings, when interest rates go up and down, it clearly does affect you. When prices go up and down, it affects you. I think what you have to get your head round is it isn't about understanding the intense complexities of the stock exchange or the price of gilts or whatever. Try and understand what it means for you in your life. The great thing about the internet is there are lots of sources of information. Find the journalists who explain things clearly and follow the news. I think often understanding events, changes in politics and in everyday events can help to explain economics better than most economists, I'm afraid to say, can. It is complicated though.